Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Hansel here and welcome to another video. So before I get started, I want to let you guys know that this video is going to be very different to my previous videos. And if you came to see Fire PvP, I'm sorry, this is not the video for you. Maybe check by next week and I'll have something for you. But today's video is going to be very off topic and it's something that's been on my mind for quite some time, and I really feel like I need to get this off my chest. And you know, if you came to see Fire Mage PvP, like I said, you can turn off this video now, but I'd really appreciate it if you stuck around and listened to what I have to say, because I feel like this is very important and may relate to some of you as well. So there's a question I get asked a lot, but I've always, I've never really answered it in a detailed manner. And the question is, Hansel, how do you stick to playing Fire Mage? Because a lot of the times I get very discouraged and I see myself going back to playing Frost. And this is a question or a very big problem that I see a lot in Fire Mages, especially because playing a Fire Mage does have a learning curve to it. You can't just pick it up and start owning right away. You gotta, practice a lot. And another big reason is because in the WoW community, in the PvP community, I feel like not everyone has accepted Fire Mage in PvP yet. Like, what I mean by that is when people run RBGs and they look for mages, they don't really like they don't really like Fire Mages. They mainly look for Frost Mages, and same goes to arenas. People mostly just want to play with Frost Mages because they just don't think Fire is viable. And in my opinion, it's mostly ignorance. People don't really see Fire being viable, but if the player knows how to play it, you can definitely succeed in PvP with it. So my first tip on how to deal with this is to just not give up and don't care what others think, and don't do things to please others. So what I mean by that is, if you love playing Fire and you really enjoy it and you don't like Frost, don't go Frost just to join RBG groups and just to play with others. I mean, unless you really want to, I'm not telling you what to do. It's your mage, do what you want, but don't care what others think and never give up and keep pushing through. And I know that's a very cliche thing to say, because this is something you hear every day, never give up, don't care what others think, keep pushing through. But I mean, honestly, this is a saying that Shay Carl says, and what it is the secrets to life are hidden behind the word cliche. And it's really true, honestly. For me, when I first started playing Fire Mage, no one would take me to RBGs or do arenas with me. It was very tough for me back in Cataclysm. And but it didn't really matter to me at the time, because I really had fun running BGs, trying to do 1v2s. And I used to duel a lot back in the day. I used to sit outside L1 Forest for hours and hours and just duel. And I'd be called the duel hero, Fire Mage Hansel. And but it didn't really matter what people thought, just because I enjoyed it and I had fun. And it's a game after all, it's all about having fun and doing what you love. So that's how I started. No one would bring me to RBGs, but eventually, after dueling for so long, I got somewhat decent, and I learned how every class worked and how every class countered a Fire Mage. So after dueling for so long, I would win a lot out there. Actually, I became very known in the dueling community, and eventually people started asking me to arena with them and started taking me to RBGs and such, just because they saw how well I was doing in duels. Even though duels don't really mean anything compared to arenas and stuff, but it does mean something. It does have a little bit of aspect in PvP. So what I'm trying to get at is, just if you enjoy playing the spec, just keep playing it and keep having fun, because as long as you enjoy doing it, good things will come, in my opinion. So, and most of the times when people say, like I said earlier, when people say Fire sucks, it's just because they're ignorant. They don't know that Fire is viable. They've never seen it before, or it's either that, or they just it's a lot of the time it's a self-projection of themselves. Like, say they've tried Fire Mage and they couldn't do it, so they're telling others, oh, you can't do it either, you'll suck, don't even do it. It's just a self-projection of themselves. They don't believe in themselves, so they have to bring others down to make themselves feel better about themselves. This goes a long way with just trolls in general. I've come to realize, it took me a long time to realize this, but most of the trolls, not really trolls, but people that are very negative and talk down about others, they really live depressing lives outside of the game. Whether they have families that don't love them, or they have shitty jobs, or they feel very locked down in the real life. It's kind of like a coping mechanism. Online they feel safe behind the screen, and they feel like they can say whatever they want without any real consequence. So that's just their way of dealing with things. They don't know how to deal with all this negativity and depression that they have to put people down on the internet, which is very weak of them. You know, that doesn't make you strong. That makes you very weak if you have to do that. And you know, it really sucks. Like when people leave negative comments on my channel, like most of the time it's very just ignorance. Like it's really funny actually. It gets really funny because for example, when I made the dueling video versus RZN, Fire Mage versus Rogue, I dueled like one of the rank 1 rogues, and in that video I used the talent Blazing Speed. I'm sure all you guys know what that is. I'm not gonna think you guys are stupid. So anyways, and Blazing Speed, the actual ability, it looks like the rocket boots, the nitro boost from engineering. And most people say that it's kind of unfair when you use, you know, rocket boots in duels, but it looks kind of the same. And I got one comment saying, "Oh, you suck, you had to use rocket boots to win the duel. If you didn't use them, you would get wrecked." But honestly, it was Blazing Speed, and they were stupid. Either they don't play MOP or they're just a big noob. So a lot of the times when I get negative comments, it just makes them look stupid. And you know, I don't really get mad at them. Or other times it just, like I said earlier, it's just a self-projection of themselves. They have all this negativity stuck inside of them, and it's just growing and growing, and they have to just put others down to make themselves feel better. It's just how human nature is, guys. Like I've realized this. And for me, I used to get mad at these comments all the time. They just make me angry and like oh yeah, I just want to kill that person, right? But nowadays I've come to realize that you just have to, you know, I just really feel sorry for those kind of people. Like, how bad could their life be outside of the game that they really have to, like, you know, tell people to kill themselves in the game, or like, you know, all that bad stuff. It makes me sick. And most people deal with it like, if someone says, "Oh, you suck at the game, you should quit," you know, then they like fight back and be like, "Shut the fuck up, you know, you suck," you know, all this blah blah blah. You know how it goes. And what that just does is it makes a chain reaction and just makes the negativity whirl, and it just spreads everywhere to everyone else, and it keeps going, and it's disheartening for me to see that. And it feels like it's my duty and my job to, you know, kind of spread positivity to you guys. And you know, and it's hard because it's not a one-man job, you know. That's why I'm making this video to just ask you guys a favor. Next time you see this negativity, I want you guys to know that person probably has something negative happening in their life. So just try to fight it with positivity. Like, say something like, you know, "Hey man, I hope you're having a great day. I can tell something negative is happening in your life, and you know, I just want you to know if you stay positive, things will get better." Or something just simple like that, or anything, just like anything positive. And just, you'd be surprised at the responses you get. Also, keep in mind, I'm not just telling you guys what to do, you know, do this and that. I'm just, you know, telling you through my experiences, what I've been through, and what I think is best for you. And I mean, I want you guys to leave comments down below and tell me what you think, and I want this to be a little discussion, you know. I want you guys to tell me your opinions about this topic. You know, like I said earlier, it's not just about me telling you guys how to do it. It's about us growing together as a community. So thanks again for watching, guys, and catch you guys in the next video. Keep burning shit.